New details in that deadly mass shooting in Boulder, Colorado. 10 people, including a responding officer, were killed at a grocery store in the middle of the afternoon. These are the names of those 10 victims. They range in age from 20 years old to 65. The suspect is identified as a 21-year-old male. He's in police custody and charged with 10 counts of first-degree murder. Now, President Biden is urging Congress to take action on gun control legislation.
I don't need to wait another minute, let alone an hour, to take common sense steps that will save the lives in the future, and to urge my colleagues in the House and Senate to act. We can ban assault weapons and high-capacity magazines in this country once again.
Our Will Carr is on the scene in Boulder with the latest on this. Will, good afternoon. What's the latest now in this investigation?
Well, Diane, the big question right now is why? Why did this gunman storm that grocery store, leaving 10 people dead? People who were doing exactly what we've been doing throughout this entire pandemic, shopping and working there. We know that he started shooting in the parking lot before he moved into the store. Authorities say the shooter is a 21-year-old who was born in Syria and moved to the United States as a child. They also say that he used an assault rifle, killing everyone he shot. Police arrived on the scene within minutes and engaged with the suspect before he was taken into custody. Now, witnesses say that he was seen wearing blue jeans and a green tactical vest, and at some point he took off his clothes. They were later found inside next to 2 guns, a Ruger AR-556 pistol and a handgun. And in video, you can see the alleged suspect's right leg covered in blood. According to court documents, his sister tells members of law enforcement that she saw him playing with a gun just a couple days ago, and at this point, authorities are still trying to figure out exactly what took him into that store. Keep in mind, this mass shooting comes on the heels of the shooting spree just last week in Atlanta.
It's sad to have to report this yet again, Will. We know that those 10 victims, their names have been identified and their ages. We put them up on the screen a little while ago. What else do we know so far about these victims?
That's right. Men and women, 10 in all, who were killed. Their ages range from 20 to 65. At least one worked in the grocery store. And then there was Officer Eric Talley, who was an 11-year veteran of the Boulder Police Department. He was a father of 7, and now he's being hailed as a hero for racing towards the gunfire. Take a listen.
He's a very kind man, and he didn't have to go into policing. He had a profession before this, but he felt a higher calling. And he loved this community. And he's everything that policing deserves and needs. He cared about this community. He cared about Boulder Police Department. He cared about his family. And he was willing to die to protect others. And that gets lost in translation.
To give you an understanding of just what she's talking about, some residents here say that they've interacted with Officer Talley over the years and that he would give them his personal cell phone number and tell them to call him anytime if they had any issues. And throughout the day, we've seen members of the community walking up and putting flowers on that police car. That is Officer Talley's police car right there. People putting the flowers. They're also leaving notes here as this community continues to mourn. Diane.
And of course, as we continue to get more and more stories from these victims, we're going to continue to tell them. But Will, we saw something unusual today where the police chief actually got emotional during today's press conference as she talked a little bit about the day's events, about what happened. How is the community reacting to this?
Well, it's just another brutal day, not only here in Boulder, but for Colorado. Colorado has seen a number of mass shootings over the years. You may remember back in 2015, there was a shooting at a Planned Parenthood. In 2012, there was a shooting at the Aurora Movie Theater. And then, of course, back in 1999, there was a shooting at Columbine High School, which really changed the way that police respond to these types of shootings. So this is a state that has gone through these types of mass shootings, and every time this happens, it is heartbreaking, it is gut-wrenching, and it tears these communities apart. I know that it's going to take not just days and not just weeks for this community to try to heal and pull itself back together, but it's going to take months, even years. Diane.
All right, Will Carr in Boulder, Colorado. Thanks for that, Will.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.